Donald Trump didn't announce the deal quietly, he owned the moment. On social media, he declared the ceasefire's breakthrough towards peace, and then came the line that set the tone. He said, "Israel cannot fight the world, Bibi, they cannot fight the world." And then in that trademark Trump fashion, he said, "Everybody's liking me now, but more importantly, they're loving Israel again." In Islamabad, the message was clear and firm. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif declared, "Alhamdulillah, we're closer to a ceasefire than we have been since this genocide began. Pakistan has always stood by the Palestinian people." The Foreign Office reaffirmed the principle. Peace must mean a sovereign Palestinian state, with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital. Russia's Sergei Lavrov called it the best opinion on the table. Turkey's Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan said both sides are closer to peace than ever before. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Finally, a deal that is shaking the Middle East. After weeks of tense behind-closed-door negotiations in Cairo, Israel and Hamas have finally agreed to the first phase of a Gaza ceasefire plan, a deal that could end months of bloodshed and open a new chapter in Middle East diplomacy. But it is not just the deal that's making headlines, it is Donald Trump's words. In his signature blunt style, he told Netanyahu, "Israel cannot fight the world, Bibi, they can't fight the world." It was part warning, part wake-up call, and it changed the tone of the entire negotiation. In this report, we break down the deal's core terms, the dramatic Trump-Netanyahu exchange, Pakistan's confident stance, and the world's reaction from the UN to Moscow. And finally, we will ask, is this the dawn of lasting peace or just another truce before the storm? Buckle up. This is not just diplomacy, this is geopolitics in motion. I am your very own Fariha Farouk and you're watching 360 Digital English. Segment 1, the deal unfolds. Well, the story begins in Cairo after days of tense, sleepless talks. Israel and Hamas, two sides locked in conflict for decades, finally agreed to a first phase truce that could change everything. Under the plan, 20 hostages held in Gaza will be released. In return, Israel will free nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners, including 250 serving life sentences. Within 72 hours, 8 convoys, at least 400 trucks a day, will now roll into Gaza. Displaced families will be allowed to return north, and Israeli troops will withdraw to agreed lines deep inside Gaza. The goal to calm the battlefield and prepare for phase 2, a broader political agreement that could finally silence the guns. Segment 2, the Trump factor. But the real spark came from Washington. Donald Trump didn't announce the deal quietly, he owned the moment. On social media, he declared the ceasefire's breakthrough towards peace, and then came the line that set the tone. He said, "Israel cannot fight the world, Bibi, they cannot fight the world." Picture it. The US president, phone to his ear, telling Netanyahu what no one else dared to say publicly. He added, he understands, it's time. And then in that trademark Trump fashion, he said, "Everybody's liking me now, but more importantly, they're loving Israel again." Dramatic? Absolutely. Diplomatic? Surprisingly, yes. Because in that moment, Trump wasn't just talking to Netanyahu, he was talking to the entire region, saying, peace is not weakness, it's strategy. And for a region exhausted by war, those words actually mattered. Segment 3, Pakistan's stand. In Islamabad, the message was clear and firm. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif declared, "Alhamdulillah, we're closer to a ceasefire than we have been since this genocide began. Pakistan has always stood by the Palestinian people." The Foreign Office reaffirmed the principle. Peace must mean a sovereign Palestinian state, with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital. Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar went further, calling the US brokered deal the only possible solution to end the Gaza war. And in a significant move, Pakistan signaled readiness to support future peacekeeping or monitoring efforts, showing not just sympathy but strategic commitment. Once again, Pakistan's voice carried weight, calm, confident, and consistent. Segment 4, Global Reaction. Across the world, the reactions came fast and carefully worded. The United Nations praised the deal as a vital step towards peace and humanitarian access. Russia's Sergei Lavrov called it the best opinion on the table. Turkey's Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan said both sides are closer to peace than ever before. UK's Keir Starmer welcomed it, urging quick action. Australia, Canada, and New Zealand voiced hope, cautious but real. For the first time in years, the world seems to agree on one thing. The guns must fall silent, even if just for a moment. Segment 5, Conclusion. So what does this mean strategically? Well, this isn't just about peace. It's about recalibration of power. For Israel, it's a test. Can it maintain deterrence without perpetual war? For Hamas, it's a shift from battlefield insurgency to political negotiation. For Pakistan and the broader Muslim world, it's proof that diplomacy backed by unity and precision can achieve what decades of division never could. And for the region as a whole, it's the first time in years that leaders are speaking the language of strategy, not revenge. Because make no mistakes, this ceasefire is fragile. The success depends not on signatures, but on sincerity. But if it holds even briefly, it may prove one timeless truth: peace is not weakness. Peace is power. The Middle East stands at a crossroad between memory and possibility, between war and history. And today, for the first time in a long time, the world dares to hope. I'm your very own Fariha Farouk. You're watching 360 Digital English. Stay sharp, stay informed, and stay tuned for the analysis that cuts through the noise. Take care. Allah Hafiz.